All right, everyone, welcome back to the rabbit hole. My name is Yasif,
My name's Hitanch.
and we back again. After last episode, we said we're back, but now we're back again.
Our biannual podcast, one every 6
Exactly.
months. It's our record.
Our weekly biannual podcast. Definitely stick to a regular schedule.
Yeah, it's like we're the people listening to it, anyways.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
hey, if you are that one odd fan, we're sorry.
Yes, exactly. Tell us why you're listening to it. Tell us at what point, what had to happen in your life for you to listen to this podcast.
How did you get here?
What trauma did you undergo?
What regrets do you have?
Exactly. Aside from watching this podcast being one of the regrets,
All right. So what's on the list today, Oscar? What are we talking about?
Animu, Hitanch. We talk about Animu. Yes. I know.
Okay.
180. We were talking about science before. Now we're talking about Animu now.
Now the world knows that we're not only nerds, but also weebs.
Exactly. Exactly. You're more of a weeb than me, though.
Okay. Weeb's an overstatement. Here, listen, hear me out.
I'd say neither of us are weebs, but you're more of a weeb than me on the scale to weeb.
More. I've seen more anime because I started watching at a younger age. No. I would listen. Okay. Let's have this debate right now. What makes a weeb? Like length of time, okay, or amount seen, like in terms of concentration. You started watching anime second year, right? In the 2 years you've been watching anime, you have watched way more.
But that's not being a weeb. That's called being scum.
I'm just saying, if weeb was measured by intensity rather than duration,
that's fair. I also feel there is another definition for weeb. It's just like it's people who like idolize Japan because of anime, right?
Oh, aren't those like otakus or something?
Yeah, something like that.
The fact that I know that.
Yeah, I think
I'm the bigger weeb.
Yeah. Okay. But anyway, Animu, Hitanch.
Well, there's so much to talk about. Okay. Let's start by talking about stuff that we're watching right now. Okay. And then we'll go into like stuff we're excited about that's about to come out.
Mm-hmm.
And then
maybe thoughts on things that have happened that we have watched. Yeah.
Ooh, nice.
Because we got thoughts on those, don't we?
Oh, we got some hot takes.
We got some hot takes, man.
A lot of classics that might piss people off.
Exactly. That's what we're here. To piss.
To lose that one fan that we
exactly. We've got to make sure no one watches this. Got to make sure. Okay. Where do we start? What have you been watching recently?
I think I've been pretty basic, like most people. I think it's been Attack on Titan and then Jujutsu Kaisen.
Okay.
And then I've also picked up when I say I've been a weeb for a long time, I pretty much solely only watch like shonen anime, so like action adventure anime. That's pretty much all I've dabbled in. The first time ever I watched like a shoujo called Horimiya. I started that. Pleasantly surprised.
Look, some of it is good. Okay, the thing is though, like I'm scum, so I watched a bit of it too. The thing is, I find you gotta stagger it. Like you can't like go through multiple shoujo one after another, because then you're like, this is trash.
Yeah,
you gotta go shonen then shoujo. You gotta like gotta slide them in,
spice it up randomly.
Yeah. Because some of it is like watching it one after back to back. You're just like, something's wrong with my life,
Yeah.
Like
I've been pretty basic. I've been watching the popular ones right now.
Yeah.
Obviously, I've been keeping up with the classics, keeping up with like One Piece, Black Clover. But that's more reading, not really watching.
Okay.
I watched Mob Psycho, both seasons in like one day.
One day. Is it only 2 seasons? I thought it's still going or something. Is it done?
Well, second season was pretty much like a lot of closure, so I don't think there'll be a season 3. There might be.
Okay.
I don't see why they would stop because it's kind of a story that you can keep going.
That's fair.
But yeah, so I think. I was watching Fire Force like 3 months ago, like after not watching it for like the entire second season or third season.
Dude, I still watch it, but it's just like it's like it's on the background. Like I'm not paying attention.
Bruh, it's not good.
It's like, not. It looks pretty, but
it's like when you don't have like shonen to watch, and like it checks all the boxes, but like at a mediocre level.
Honestly,
like you feel bad after doing it.
It's like, and it's just Man, the worst part, we talked about this, but the worst part about that is just the dialogue. Like, I'm gonna be honest, it has like some of like it has a bit of intrigue, like the whole thing about like what's happening in the background and stuff like that, about like White Cloud or whatever. It has like intrigue, but just the dialogue makes you hate watching it. Just this man's just like, I'm a hero, so I save you. I'm just like, stop.
Yeah. My issue with the entire show is, dude, the art, phenomenal. I think it's a very well animated show. But the story, I mean, the story's fine too. It's just character development. That's what irks me. Like, there's no character development.
Like the story at the front, the forefront story, like not like the story that's happening in the back, but the story, right?
Yeah. The main character, I feel like, has not changed since episode 1.
He hasn't, and like, it's not like he was even a good one to begin with. Like, he's just so generic.
Yeah. But the side stories are really cool. With like Joker, whatever his name is. Like,
I'm gonna be honest, yeah. Like the only few episodes that I liked was the one where he was focusing on Joker.
That one was good.
In like the 2 episodes that they had with him, he had more character backstory and development and stuff like that and interest than the main character.
But I guess that's our first hot take. Fire Force is like,
I feel
6 out of 10 on a good day,
honestly, and it's like 0 out of 10 on a trash day. Also, just the fact that it has like so much random fan service stuff. Like, I'm okay with it. It
makes sense sometimes.
Like I'm okay with it now and again. It's just like, whatever, you just be horny, you know. But like, it's like just random moments. They just like, just that one girl. It's just like, what are you doing? I don't care. I feel like it just runs into the same thing. It's like this like round, this cycles version of Fairy Tail, honestly. Because Fairy Tail was another one that just checked boxes, but just like didn't do it right, you know?
Yeah. I feel like Fairy Tail was still a bit better than this. Like, it was bad. Like, and looking in hindsight, Fairy Tail was like a 7 out of 10, or at least 6.5. This is worse than Fairy Tail, man. Like, with at least in Fairy Tail, like Natsu's character, like, he changes a bit even.
Okay. To be fair he changes, but then as soon as a fight starts, he reverts back because power scaling doesn't work in Fairy Tail.
Let's take a hard right from this. Okay. Let's talk about a show that does it right. Let's talk about Jujutsu Kaisen.
Okay, I still have to watch this. I haven't started it yet. But
I'll keep this. No spoilers. No spoilers. Yeah. But okay, what's good with this show? Okay. Not only does it tick everything, like 100%, like on the shonen marks, like sick fight scenes, sick characters, hilarious characters. But the art, dude, Mappa does it right. Like with Attack on Titan and with Jujutsu, killing.
Wait, is you said Mappa? Is that the one that's doing the new Attack on Titan?
Yeah, they're the ones doing the new Attack on Titan. Like, initially, they got like a lot of hate. But we'll go into that when we're talking.
Yeah, we'll go into that. Yeah.
But anyways, with Jujutsu Kaisen, power scaling. The only issue I've had with the shonens over the past years, and like the ones that I like, even with Naruto, man, like power scaling sometimes just doesn't make sense. And like Dragon Ball Z, like notorious for it, where they have Goku just like destroying planets at one point, and then like the next second he loses to someone that's like not as strong or something.
Definitely.
But with Jujutsu, they introduced the main, like, one of the characters as the strongest person, right? And I'm reading the manga, so I know like what happened past this arc, and they stick true to it. They have revolved, like they are no cop outs in the way they address the strong, like that character strength. Because like usually what you do is like, oh, this person is the strongest, but then you find a villain that's stronger.
Yeah. And
straight up in the show, there is no villain stronger than this guy.
No.
Right?
Yeah.
Even like the main villain isn't as strong as its hero. But the way they tackle it is very interesting.
No, that's like real. I was actually going to say something like that because I haven't watched it, but like I know like the shonens that actually tackle power progression well are the ones that like don't leave it ambiguous. Like the 2 that come to mind that tackle it well. We have problems with this, but it tackles it well. Like My Hero and then One Piece. Those two tackle like power progression well. But the reason they do that is because like they set a goal from the beginning, right? Like My Hero, it's like strongest hero. The goal right now is All Might because he's the strongest. right? And then with
and
One
there's
Piece,
like literally like a percentage scale. Like it goes from 0 to 100.
Like you can see where the goal is, and you're like, okay, this is the limit. This is where he's reaching. One Piece, same thing. It's like King of the Pirates. It's like the goal. But like something with Fairy Tail, it's like so ambiguous. They're just like, he's stronger. Now he's stronger. You know,
he's stronger in the middle of the fight. That can
exactly. Stronger. No, there's no goal. So like, yeah, definitely like that's like one of the best ways to like show progression. But dude, and even like some of the clips I've seen, like some of the fights, they just look so good, like so interesting.
Dude, the way I think the entire concept of it is something that's at least I haven't seen in shonen, like in terms of the way the fights happen. Because like honestly, when we look at things like Black Clover, right, it's pretty much like a mix of Naruto, Bleach, One Piece, right? Yeah. People have different powers, like fruits. Okay, they use swords, Bleach, and dude,
like Black Clover is just like a conglomeration. We mentioned it of like every like thing. Like it was just like the dude who's unpowered, but then just gets the power. That's my hero.
My hero, exactly. It's like a mix of like everything, and like they do it well. To their credit, they do it well. But
well enough.
Yeah. So like typically with the shonen genre, it's like you mix and match, right? But I think the way Jujutsu's done it is very good. Also, they're not scared to kill people off, and like they're not like it's dark. There's a dark side to it, which is really, really intriguing. Because in shonen, it's always like power of friendship, and these guys are like, nah, dude. Sometimes power of friendship is nothing else.
Nah, friend's dead. You're dead.
Yeah,
that's cool. I gotta watch that. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, dude, I was talking to you about it the other day. I had a friend who like texted me at 10 p.m. And he's like, I'm gonna watch one episode because like everyone's been hyping it up, but I'm sure I'm gonna go to sleep or whatever. Okay, I'm like, yeah, okay, you say that. You text me 7 in the morning. The next day, he's like, I caught up. And I was like, expect it. It's expected.
You're scum, but I respect it. No, to be fair, like once you get into it, though, like once you get into a good one, like that's like one of the problem with anime. It's just it's so binge worthy, watchable, you know.
Dude, it's like a Netflix show, but like better.
Yeah.
On to the next good one. Let's talk about Attack on Titan, because that's something you have caught up.
Yeah, well, not as far as you, because
we gotta let the viewers know. Okay. God. We're gonna offend about like 90%
okay
right now. Yasa, do you want to expose yourself to
shit? I don't know what I'm exposing, but I watch dub, you know, because I speak English.
Cringe.
Is it? Yeah,
dude, that's okay. I just want everyone to know I did everything in my power to not let him go down that path.
Okay.
But he refused.
Look, if that's the way that I got into anime, shouldn't you be happy that I got in to begin with, you know?
Is it really anime though?
Okay.
See, I don't care as long as you're watching. But I'm just saying you're gonna offend a lot of people.
Okay, well they can be offended. That's good for them. whoever started watching this to begin with, at least they're watching, you know.
I mean, yeah, I guess. But Attack on Titan. I was having this conversation with someone earlier, and we were talking about like the best like pieces of media that have been created of like the past decade, right? And typically, this is not a conversation you put anime in, right? You put like Oscar-worthy movies, you put like The Revenant or like whatever decent movie you've seen, right?
What was the last part?
Like The Revenant or like whatever good movie you've seen.
Oh yeah.
That's the kind of things you'd put like an Oscar-worthy movie essentially is what you would put into that conversation. But to my surprise, they actually mentioned Attack on Titan as being one of the best pieces of media to be created, and I was like,
I don't know if I would go that far. Like again, we talked about this. Like, do you want to mention it or should I mention it?
You mention it.
Okay, like definitely, I would say. We're on 4, right? Yeah, season 3 and 4, they're solid. Like they're good seasons. Like, but they did change the story, and like the change is good. But like if you look at it as a whole, like it's a bit disjointed. Like it's a bit jarring watching it as a whole. You know.
I see what you mean, but at the same time, I was looking back to some certain like first scene like first season episodes, there's a scene where Eren gets like hit in the head or something, right?
Yeah.
And it's like bleeding, but like they animate it so it's like steam rising out of it. Because like if you know like Titans heal, like, when they heal steam. It's like they have like these Easter eggs throughout the thing, which sort of like blends and gives people hints. But like I see what you're saying about like how it feels like a complete 180. Like until season 1 and 2, like it's like you're zoomed in, right? And then all of a sudden, like you're zoomed out and you have like a bird's eye view on the entire nation. Like there are multiple nations apparently all of a sudden in season 4. Like,
and then it was just like it was, and then it was just a thing. Like I think my main beef is like just with the Eren character. Like it's cool what they're doing now. He's like kind of like a anti-hero, like basically an antagonist knight. But like starting off, it's like they were unsure of what he was going to be. Like he started off as like a shonen protagonist, right? But then like started going a bit weird. But then season 2, like they basically didn't focus on him that much. They focused on the girl, what's her name? Historia, yeah. They focused on her. And then season 3 came around and it's just like now he's getting crazy. And season 4, he's like, it's just stuff like that. I know it just feels a bit disjointed for me, but I will say, like, aside from that, season 3 and 4 are definitely like really good. Like they're super interesting.
Disjointed or not, like to me, like the anime is a 10 out of 10. Like, but like, does it go into the conversation of being one of the best pieces of media? It's hard. So like I brought this up with the person I was talking to, right? And their counter argument was, well, the reason why it's so good and is because of that disjointed. They argued that like because the fact that it's disjointed and doesn't follow like the typical shonen tropes, and because it's so like jarring and makes you like uncomfortable while you're watching it because it seems like sometimes not make sense. That's what like good art should do. Which I guess to a certain extent.
That seems like, I don't know. To me, that seems like stretching it a bit. Like, yeah, I get it, but like it has to be done well, Like it should, like, for me, I feel like it should be a thing like, yeah, it's disjointed. But then like once it happens, you're like, oh shit. Right? Yeah. Instead of just like, oh, okay. You know what I mean? It's a weird way to explain it, but I guess that's just the way I see it. I think also just like it's a thing of like, it's not like a lot of people have binged it through, right? Like they're starting off, like there was a bit of a gap. They're starting off with like the new seasons and stuff like that. And then there's just all the hype built around it. So then they're just like, it's a masterpiece,
It's a masterpiece.
It's a masterpiece.
Well, I'm not gonna lie, season 4,
it's solid.
Season 3 ending, that is a masterpiece.
That is like those are great seasons. Like, dude, taking those two aside.
I don't want to give spoilers for people who haven't seen it, but like when Eren pops off, dude, man had no chill. Dude, like I'm talking about the fight with
I haven't seen that yet, but like I'd say like from season 3, like one of my favorite parts was when they introduced a Beast Titan. Like that was just like great for me because I'm like, oh, he talks. He's hairy.
He's hairy. Can you relate?
Oh, dude, exactly. No, but
there were these like really insane Easter eggs in season 4 too. Do you remember that scene on the bench where who's that little boy?
I don't know. I couldn't tell your name. I know who you're talking about. Falco. Okay.
Yeah. So like when Falco meets Eren like at the hospital.
Yeah.
And then that's the entire scene where Eren meets his like grandfather, who's crazy, who had gone crazy.
Yeah.
But that scene, like, Falco gives him like, or sees that he has like a baseball mitt, and is like beside him, and he's like, "Who gave you the baseball mitt?" Right? And then Eren is like, "My family gave it. My family sent it to me," and then that's like alluding to the fact that can I say it? I can't say it.
No, you shouldn't say it. But
yeah, I can't say it because you haven't seen it. But for those who know, like, baseball trope is related to a certain character in the show. That's why. Anyways, we'll talk more about it once you actually get it. Because, the thing is, Yasif watches the dub, and the dub is like 3 weeks late. So then I can never talk about it.
Look, you say 3 weeks, but that's 3 episodes, all right?
Yeah, that's a lot. No, wait, is it even 3 weeks? I think it's more.
It's like, what? No, I think it's like 3 or 4, maybe. Or maybe like 4. I don't know. Still. Look, I'm watching it.
Have you seen...
The last thing that happened was Raina transformed into the armor and he's about to face off with Eren. That's the last thing that happened.
Okay. Yeah, okay, then I can't say it. Oh, yeah. But yeah, okay, when you eventually watch it, we'll talk about it. But yeah, there are a lot of these like very interesting Easter eggs that like people are noticing now that are really, really interesting. So like the creators of the show have no problem with like exposing the story before it even happens. Like if you were really, really paying attention, you could figure out what's happening or like what will happen, which is really cool. And then also, I think there's that entire thing with the art. In the beginning of the season, people were getting really angry because they thought Mappa was not doing a good job.
Yeah, I didn't understand that. I thought it was fine. Like it wasn't jarring. Like people just see CGI in anime and they're like, oh my god, it's bad. It's bad. It's not. Like there's a lot.
It was the Levi fan creature. Like they drew Levi bad in like one frame, I think. And then it was told that the way this anime studio works is that they're really focused on how the manga is drawn. They frame by frame copy the manga. So because they want to keep it as true as possible to the actual source material. Whereas the first studios did not do that. So the reason why sometimes it looks a bit disjointed or it looks like a bit off than what you've been used to is because they're just keeping it true to the original source. That's the entire view.
No, but like I think people were just honestly like nitpicking with that. Like I didn't even notice much disjointedness. Like there's so many that look way worse than Attack on Titan. Like what? Black Clover, exactly. Dude.
Asta looks like a midget, like puddle half the time.
Honestly, like a fight happens, like all the shading disappears. It's just lines and colors.
Dude, I mean that's like the smart. I'm gonna give it to him. It looks cool as hell because I've never seen it like that before. But then I'm also give it to him because that's like the biggest I'm lazy as hell move, but it's gonna work out kind of thing. Yeah,
but like if I have that or if I have like some CGI, I would rather take the CGI because at least like most of the time like it happens anyway and it like just ends up looking good. Like I don't know, people just like complaining about stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
Honestly, I would say though I was a bit disheartened by, I don't know if maybe they make more of a comeback, but I was a bit disheartened by Warhammer Titan.
Oh, she just got wrecked.
Just wrecked. Like it was so hyped up. Like I'm like, oh, there's like they mentioned that there was another Titan. I'm like, oh, what? I haven't seen this Titan. Like it's so interesting. You know? And then it's like, what? It can make weapons. It can make a hammer. I'm like, that's cool. Anything. That's cool. It can technically make anything. Yeah, and then it can make anything. Exactly. And then
what I'm interested in is how. So Eren has 3 Titans in him, right?
Yeah. How does that work?
He has the founder, he has the attack, and then he has
the Warhammer. Yeah. How does?
But like, he hasn't manifested the other 2 except for, like, yeah, he hasn't manifested any.
Yeah, he doesn't.
So
look
I don't know how his version of the Warhammer will look.
Is it just going to be like a thing where he can just do it? Like he can just make stuff, like, but he just looks the same.
No, I think his appearance has to change too. No?
Does it? But it didn't change with the founding. Unless
because I'm pretty sure the founding looks like the attack. I'm not sure.
I'm honestly not sure.
No clue. Maybe we'll see. You still have a lot to catch up. Okay. The reason why I also think that you're not that hyped about Attack on Titan yet is because you haven't gotten to some of the hyper episodes that are.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'm still early on, so like
some interesting stuff.
Like I feel like my opinions will still stay the same, like because I still think that these 2 seasons are great. Like I'm not changing my mind about that, but I'm just saying like as a whole, my opinions won't change as a whole thing. But like definitely, if you haven't seen these 2 seasons, you should watch them.
Yeah,
just solid.
I wonder if they're gonna end it. I feel like if they end it really strong, it definitely has potential to become one of the best.
Oh yeah,
animes, because it's already in the conversation for one of the best animes. Right? Like, what do you have up there? FMA. You have like what else?
I don't.
Naruto, One Piece.
Yeah, One Piece is goated. It still hasn't ended yet, but it's goated. I will say though, I will say something I've noticed though. A lot of times animes don't end well.
Thank you.
Like okay, they start off strong, but they just like they jump the shark real quick.
Yo, Fairy Tail trash, Death Note trash.
Yeah,
Naruto ending Naruto just got trashed near the end. I'm gonna be real. Like, I'm gonna keep it 100. Naruto, go to show. Grew
like,
up with it.
Bleach trash, right? Not Bleach. What's it called?
Bleach is.
Okay, so no, I'm not thinking Bleach. I'm thinking of what's the one with the dude in the mask? The one that was hyped up about like eating people.
Tokyo Ghoul.
Why did I think Bleach? Yeah, Tokyo
Ghoul is dope. Okay, look. The thing with Tokyo Ghoul is like I think it's the biggest wasted potential I've ever seen in any anime. So the way they did it is like they took so many time skips in the way they made their anime that it became so confusing for like the viewer. Like season 3 to 2 makes no sense. It makes zero sense unless you've read the manga.
Yeah.
It's like that entire series. What's it called? Like Fate something?
Fate Stay whatever.
Fate Stay Night. Like you don't know what order to watch.
Yeah, that's fair. But like, yeah, I feel like why is so many? Like there's only a handful that end well. Like there's a bunch that start off strong, but like people seem to forget that they end garbage.
Death Note. Death Note's the biggest.
It honestly, like I watched it. It was one of the first ones I watched, and I'm like, this is solid. But then I finished it. I'm just like
I hated it.
Why is this hype?
I don't even. Yeah, I don't understand. Same with Naruto. I don't think Naruto ended.
And then, dude, it hasn't ended yet. But My Hero.
I don't even know where they're going with. There's so much there. Like you're on season 1, nothing's happened.
It started off so solid, and then this new season came around, and it's just like, what are you doing?
It's like, why is it still going? Like, there's nothing interesting that's happening. You know what I'm saying? Like, it feels like he's just there and just stagnant.
Yeah, like something at least happened. But like, okay, not a lot happened in the first few seasons, but like at least they were interesting. Like this one, not a lot happened, and it wasn't interesting.
You know why? You know why it's like this? It's because I feel like there's 2 sets of anime, right? One where the writer knows that this is where I'm going to end it. Like they have the entire story planned out, like in One Piece. And then there are other ones that like are just going
definitely
for the clout because they realize that like, oh, this is making me a lot of money. I'm gonna keep going. I think that's Boku no Hero.
I feel like with Boku no Hero's case, like I feel like he knew an ending, but I feel like he's trying to stretch it out because this season felt stretched out. Like it did not need to be there.
I'm gonna be real with you. I stopped watching it.
Like it's honestly like okay, only saving grace last 2 episodes or something with Endeavor. Like those are great. Like just watch those on your own. On their own.
It's not their own.
It's great, but like no, like and the. First off, the thing with I forget his name. I don't know anyone's names, by the way. I'm awful with that. Mask guy, right?
Guy? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was...
The hand mask guy or like the...
No, the nose mask guy. Yeah, plague mask guy.
Oh, yeah, apothecary mask.
Yeah.
The way they did him dirty, that was nasty.
His thing, it was just... His whole thing was just not that great. Like, they stretched it out so long. And then, like...
When Lemillion or whatever his name is, guy lost his powers, dude. Okay, that was sad.
Okay, but another thing, they're like, oh my god, they're not afraid to show death and like tragedy. I'm like, okay, but they're only doing this for characters that they just introduced.
Oh yeah, like it's not like Attack on Titan. Attack on Titan, not scared to kill people.
Exactly. Like they only introduced that one guy that died during the season, and then he died during that season
at the end of the season,
right?
Yeah. That was sad though. Yeah. I remember. Like it's good. Like again, we're trashing Boku no Hero, but like at the end of the day, like we still give it like 8. I'd give it an 8.
Yeah, I get. But the new season, I would if I rate that separately.
I'd give season like 1, 2 like a 9 even, and then the other one like a 6.
Yeah. Okay. No, I would give it lower just because the second half of that season exists. That is so.
I didn't see it.
People. Okay, you haven't seen it. Like people were just like, no, but it's character development for Deku. It's garbage. He just plans a festival. I skipped through it, like, and then he fights some trash villain. It's like, no, it's a waste of time.
There was. Who does it really well? Demon Slayer. I know you haven't read it.
Okay.
You haven't read it.
Yes.
But I know how it ends.
Yeah.
And okay, I'm gonna be real with you. People are hyping up Demon Slayer season 1.
No, it wasn't that good. I'm like, it's okay, but it's like it's kind of like basic.
No. The reason why it deserves hype is because everything that's about to happen. Demon Slayer will become one of the best animes of all time because I just know where the story is going and I know all the story. Like, the sickest part of Demon Slayer are the demons. because their backstories are insanely interesting. And the fights are going to be amazing. Like season 1 was literally like a filler arc, if you actually think, like not even filler, like it was like prelude to like what's actually gonna.
It like felt like a generic kind of shonen thing with some interesting aspects, you know?
I mean, the animation was goated too.
It was good. It was goated, yeah. But like, no, I definitely like season 1. I believe you when you say like it gets better because like
because it ended. Like I know how it ends. I know the entire story.
I can see like where like the intrigue would be like.
It gets crazy.
Yeah.
Like I'm not even overhyping. Like I'm not even overhyping Jujutsu. It gets crazy good.
Mm-hmm.
It is good. No, Jujutsu is good on season 1. Jujutsu is amazing on season 1. Like,
but definitely
episode 2.
Yeah, but definitely Demon Slayer, like the anime season 1, like is good, but it's not like god tier like people were making it up.
Speaking of things we're interested in that's about to come out, the movie's coming out very soon, like this month.
For Demon Slayer?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it already came out.
The thing with well, in Japan it did.
Okay.
But and also the thing with Demon Slayer movie is like it's not like a filler movie. It's like the second arc. They condensed it into one movie.
Oh, so it's like canon?
Yeah, it's canon.
Oh, okay. Interesting. So I'll actually have to watch it. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, season and the movies. I would say that arc is actually better than the first arc.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, but next season arc is like hilarious and just good in terms of fighting.
Okay.
It's also very funny.
Do you have a light you can turn on? Why are you so ominous?
I'm sorry. The sun went down. Okay, we live in Canada.
Hold on. Okay.
But yeah, those are the ones that we've been watching recently.
Yeah. Is that all? I feel like there was more.
I know you were talking about like Neon Genesis, right?
Not Neon Genesis. No, I haven't watched that. Gurren Lagann.
Oh, Gurren Lagann.
Yeah, dude, I started that.
They sound the same.
I started that, man. Like,
Gurren Lagann's the one with the mech.
It's the mech one, yeah. Everyone was talking about it, like the second coming of Christ or something. And I was just so disappointed watching it. Like I couldn't finish it. It just wasn't interesting to me.
Oh, I remember this. I watched like 2 episodes and I gave up.
Yeah. Like I was just not into it.
It's just not my kind of show. I think also it's ranked really high.
It is. It's like people love
50.
it.
Yeah,
people love it. I can't understand why, but they do.
But yeah.
Yeah. And then Steins Gate. That's one that I watched. Steins Gate. That was actually good.
Yeah, I heard Stein Gate.
Yeah, like it's really interesting. Like the way I described it to you was like it's like
Steins Gate's number 4 on the top 5.
Yeah, it's Steins Gate is like a slice of life with time travel, but it's actually interesting. Like
that sounds so strange when you say that.
But like if you watch it, that's how it is.
Okay,
like the main focus is time travel, but like there's like slice of life stuff in there. But it's honestly like a great watch. People diss on the second season because like basically the way it works is like the story ends with the first season, but the second season is like a what if almost. But like, and people diss on it, but it's actually like it's a solid watch. Like watching it after the first season, like I enjoy it as much, if not a bit more than the first season. Like it's solid. Honestly.
In the top 10, Gintama takes like 3 of the spots. 3 seasons of Gintama take this.
What's Jin?
Oh, Gintama is like you never heard about it? It's like as old as like One Piece, or if not older. And
that's probably why I haven't heard of it.
But yeah, like the fandom on that's like really old, but like it's like a show that really does it well. I don't want to piss people off who actually watch this show because I haven't seen it, but like I've heard really good things about it and how it's really funny. Yeah, it has a 9 out of 10 on my anime list, 4.8 on Crunchyroll. It's like a samurai and his quirky band of friends take odd jobs in an alternate version of feudal Japan that has been conquered by aliens.
Send me the name because I'm gonna forget it.
Sure, I got you.
I'll watch that. That sounds interesting. Okay.
But yeah, it has in the top 12. It takes up 4 of the top 12 slots.
Dang. Okay.
Five of the top 15 spots. Jesus, dude, how how well loved is this show?
Jeez.
It's just all over. Yo, it just keeps going in the top 20. It holds like 8. Okay, Cowboy Bebop is a good show.
Yeah, I gotta watch that.
It's classic. Probably one of the best. I think one of the oldest like retro good shows. Oh, we were talking about Monster, and that you've never seen Monster, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I gotta watch that.
It's like insanely good psychological thriller. Like that'll give you the creeps. It's like essentially the story of that. It's a surgeon who gets to emergency case with one's a politician, one's a child, and he decides to save the child. And in doing so, he ends up like, losing his entire career, and like things go really bad. But the child that he saves is a psychopath, and he's a monster. He pretty much saved a monster, and the entire story is about that. It's really cool. But yeah, those are the ones that I think. What was another controversial thing? You had another controversial thing.
Do I? I have a lot of controversial opinions.
You do. Everything that people think is good, you're like, but is it
actually
Devilman Crybaby?
Oh my god. Trash. Okay, but you feel the same way about.
I feel the same. Trash. Like garbage.
It's like a show that like I feel like people like it because like, oh my god, it's so quirky and I like it, therefore I am quirky and different.
It's the exact same thing. Bro, there's nothing there. Like sure, it's art. Like I get it. Like I appreciate the art. Okay. Yeah. Like no, I don't appreciate the art. I meant like I appreciate what the artist is trying to convey, like the message. Okay, interesting. But dude, I can't get past the art. It's so bad.
It's so bad. And then just like not even that. Just like I feel like the story with that for me, it's just like not even a story. It's just like some events that happen, and then like they lead you to an end. Like I don't know.
What do you think is like one of the most underrated animes that you've seen that you think deserves like a little more
clever? That's hard. Like, okay, if I'm being honest, you have 2. Okay, I always forget things. Like, I can't think of things off the top of my mind.
Well, I think I remember one that you told me.
What?
Death Parade.
Okay, I don't know if it's underrated. It's solid. Like, it's not amazing, but like it's a solid watch. Like it's not long, but it just like I don't know the way they deal with it. It's like a contained story, and it just like it has a few characters each episode, but it's like a solid thing. It has a bit of intrigue. It's solid.
I think my top one has to be Vinland Saga. I think that was the best anime of 2019.
I still have to watch that.
Vinland Saga, I think, was by far the best anime of 2019. And 2019 was the year that like Hero came out, Demon Slayer came out. And I was saying that back then. Like,
yeah, I remember you hyping it up. Yeah,
Vinland Saga did everything right. And then I read it as well, and it just gets better. Insane. Yeah, definitely. Vinland Saga should be like JJK should be number 1, and then Vinland Saga.
Interesting. I'd say another good one. I mean, people like this one too, but like ReZero, I told you about it. It's a pretty good watch. Like it's different.
I think that one's like really, really popular now.
Yeah, it's solid. It's solid. Like you just gotta stick through the first season because there's a point where you absolutely despise the main character and you're like, I should stop. But then like it's meant to be like that.
It's intentional.
Yeah, it's intentional. Yeah, it's a solid watch though.
I think any show that like evokes like such a strong emotion, whether that be like I hate the main character so much or like I hate this character, I think they're doing a really good job at that point, right?
Definitely
evokes such a strong emotion.
Unless you hate every character, then that's a problem.
Oh, you know what that reminds me of? Hating the characters so much. Tower of God.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that was something else I've been doing, like watching shows, like watching webtoons that have been converted into shows. So Tower of God and God of High School. Those are 2 ones that got converted. Also done by Mappa, by the way. Beautiful art. I think they were really, really like Tower of God. The reason I bring Tower of God up is like one of the characters in that show is like universally hated. I think she's like she won the award for like the most hated character.
I mean, it's deserved, yeah.
Dude, have you seen Tower of God?
I've seen Tower of God, yeah.
Oh, dude, dude, the stuff that girl does later on. I don't remember her name, but like, you know what we're talking about, right?
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, dude, I read it. I read Tower God. It's so big and long.
Really?
Yeah, it's like 600 chapters. It's huge. Dang. It's a really good read. Like, it gets really, really cool and fun. But yeah, it's good.
Dang. Yeah. No, I mean, it's pretty interesting. I wouldn't say it was like amazing for me, but it was like a solid watch for me. Definitely.
Yeah, again, Tower God is one of those ones where it's like, bro, I don't know how they're ever going to convert the entire thing into like an anime, because they're going like 12 episodes at a time.
Yeah, I doubt it. I feel like it's gonna.
Bro, they got through like 50 chapters in those 12 episodes, and there's like 1,000 more to go. Like, there's no way they're gonna do that much.
Yeah.
But
they can't pull a One Piece. That's like.
Yeah, no, I don't. I think to stand the test of time like One Piece has is like very rare.
It's like the only one that's like that so far.
Yeah, it's ending though. One Piece ends after Wano. One more arc after Wano.
Dang, that's crazy.
Wano's a bit interesting.
Yeah, I can't wait till I get there, because I'm not at there. I'm at like
your school arc. Yeah, your Big Mama is still left for you.
Yeah. And the whole Kaido shit apparently, or something like that.
Kaido's in Wano.
Is he in Wano? Okay. Yeah.
You know, wait, no, you still have Doflamingo, so then you still have like the island arc left.
Zoe or something, right?
Yeah, like Zoo Island or something.
Yeah. Okay,
yeah. It's like where they're producing slime or smile.
Yeah.
So you have actually 2 arcs left, and then chapters 1 and 2 of Wano.
Hey, it's more episodes for me.
Dude, yeah, that's like 200 episodes.
Yeah, something like that. I think like 200.
Altogether, I think there's still 400-ish episodes left.
Yeah. You know, it was a solid watch that we both watched.
God, if one, okay, sorry, side note.
No.
If the One Piece is like the power of friendship or something, I'm gonna.
I brought this up to you, but when you first recommended it to me, I'm like, what if it's just the power of friendship?
I'm gonna cry.
Look, I feel
like I'm gonna be like, fine, it was all about the journey. I don't mind, because it was a great journey.
But still, like, you would mind.
Yeah, but I would still mind.
Yeah. No, I feel like you wouldn't do it dirty like that. This man had 900 episodes worth of opportunity to fuck up.
This entire time, he just like has permanent anxiety because he started doing this entire show without knowing what the One Piece was, and like he's just like, shit, I gotta think of something.
I don't know the 100 chapters. I don't know yet.
No,
it's solid. It's solid. Like, that's the one that just doesn't disappoint. Like, yeah, of course it has its lows because it's been going on for like almost 1,000 episodes, but like it just doesn't disappoint. It just knows what it is and it does it well. You know.
Yeah.
But a solid one that we watched. We talked about this. Dorohedoro.
Oh, that's the weird one with like magic, right?
Yeah, on Netflix.
The art style is like all
CGI. It was like, it's different, but it's like, it's pretty interesting. I think
it's really cool.
It's solid. Like, it's a good watch.
I didn't get it, but like, I mean, I got it, but like season 1, like there isn't enough there, you know?
Yeah, it's like it builds a lot of intrigue and stuff like that.
Yeah, I'm excited where they're gonna go with it in season 2.
Definitely,
because they don't expose anything.
Like they just make you ask more questions.
Yeah, that one was good. Yeah, that was an underrated one for sure.
Yeah. It didn't get that popular, I don't think.
Yeah, because Netflix animes usually don't do that well.
Okay, to be honest, that was like a couple years ago. I feel like now it's like pretty solid ones. Like a Great Pretender too. That wasn't a great one, but it was like
Great Pretender is like a catch me if you can kind of deal, right?
Yeah. Have you watched it?
No, I've heard about. Like, I've seen the trailer for it. What's it about?
It's basically like, it's about like con men and stuff like that, and then one guy like joins the group of con men, and then it's kind of like episodic adventures. Yeah, so like contained stories, but like it's not amazing, but like it's like a solid 7 or 8 out of 10.
And that's a Netflix anime?
Yeah.
That's interesting. Oh wait, Netflix created another one. It was like this fighting one.
Baki?
Yeah, they made Baki, and then they made one like same art style
and then
for Baki.
It started with a K or something.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know exactly.
Yeah, I haven't watched that. I watched Baki though.
I watched Baki. Baki was.
It's good for what it is.
It's like, you know, like the one, you know, okay, here, perfect way to explain. You know, One Punch Man.
Yeah.
You know, like that scene with the tournament. where like it was just a bunch of random people fighting that made like, absolutely no sense. Yeah, just imagine that with like completely different graphics, and that's all Baki.
Like, dude, just like show. Turn off your brain. Just like I want to watch fighting anime, and then Baki's like a solid watch.
Yeah, there you go. Turn off your brain. Yeah, that's good.
Like throw logic. Logic doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah,
like throw that out.
Yeah,
and then you
have like people climbing out of like Spider-Man climbing on walls. Poison. That makes no sense.
Honestly, hanging by like the thousand.
Yeah, it makes no sense. It was right.
It was good. It was right. Yeah.
It's like I like shows that like up front like pretty much tell you, hey, this is how good I am. I'm not gonna get any better.
Dude, no, that's what I've said this like so many times for so many things. Like if a show or a movie or something knows what it is and doesn't stray from that, that's a solid watch.
Yeah, like if you're trash and you
know that you're trash,
I accept it. I'm good with it
because you're not trying to be something else.
Yeah,
you are what you are.
Yeah, there's no sense of like pretentiousness from the show trying to like aspire to be like
exactly like imagine if One Piece all of a sudden like flipped tail and it tried to be this like super deep thing about like death and tragedy, and then just like all that stuff, you'd be like, no, get out of here.
Yeah, I mean, like, the One Piece definitely has its like deep point, but like every time it's like it comes up for air, you know.
Yeah, like that's not the focus. Like it knows what it is. Like,
fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, we went through so many animes. We should do like a counter of every time we mention a new anime, and then we cut back to the scene where we're like, we're not weebs.
I like how you're saying we, but by that you mean me.
Hey, listen. Both weebs. If I'm in it, you're in it.
Exactly. But anyway, I think that is a good place to leave it off. We went through so many. Fight us in the comments.
If you want, fight us in the comments and let us know what you guys think.
Exactly.
And if you want more of this, because we will talk about him. We have no shame.
We have no shame. We have no.
And we also have no topics to talk about. Yeah. We're running out. We're just cycling between like workouts.
Every time we try and brainstorm the topics, like the first one on the list is always like electric cars. Elon Musk electric cars workout.
Pretty much. But yeah, so this has been us.
Thank you
for. Why don't you do an outro for us?
So thank you for listening or watching. I guess not listening anymore. I don't upload to Spotify. Thank you for watching us on YouTube. We hope you enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, subscribe. Let us know if you have any suggestions for anything else.
And join us next time when we go down the rabbit hole.